Alright, it's April 5th. My wife went arrowhead hunting on the 4th. Gotta get the cat down, he beat breaking my points. And she found, well, she thought it was broke, so she didn't record it, so I'm gonna show it to you. It's I don't know, one of them unnamed points. I don't know what you would call it. I guess you would call it a dick with no ears. I guess. That's a shout out to my buddy Richard. He's been getting a lot of flack here lately. Some people want the pros to go out there. Well, I'll give you a little rendition on the pros. We live up here by a spot it's called Graham Cave State Park. And about 10 years ago, you could go in their little museum thing there and you could see, you know, quite a few points. And I tried to take my wife and kids up there about a year ago, and you go in there now and you don't, they got 3 points in there, which 2 are broken in the whole place. So I asked them where they're at, and they said, well, they're in the museum at the MU, at the anthropology building. Well, me and my brother go there all the time. We went down there, tried to find the points that was in Graham Caves, because they dug up thousands of them over a 60-year period of time, and they didn't dig it all up. Well, they're not there either. And then I do construction for a living. I own my own business, so we end up working on a professor's house that had a bunch of points, and we told him we was arrowhead hunters, and he invited us in to see his collection, and he kind of gave us the rundown of how things work in the professional world. You know, they dig up good points, you know, they kind of go home in their own personal collection. The shit goes to MU or whatever, or they put it on display for a while, write up a few papers for that educational purpose, and then they now a few years go by, it ends up like the Graham Cave shit. It all gets stole out of the basement, ends up in private collections or sold. And yeah, a lot of you guys out there are gonna say, well, how could that happen? Well, it does. I mean, just think. You can get on Davis Artifacts and you can see points for sale from the Cahokie Mound site. Cahokie points. You can find, let's see, you can find Sloan Daltons for sale from the Olive Branch site in Illinois, and the list goes on and on. So, I mean, you can't really give Richard no shit about wanting to sell some of his points. He's not trying to hide anything or nothing. I personally don't sell none of mine, but if Richard wants to sell some points, that's up to Richard. But you just keep doing what you're doing, Richard, because I like coming home and watching them, and my wife and kids like coming home and watching them, because we can't go nowhere and see any points because all the professionals and the archaeologists got the shit all in their houses. So that's my opinion about the pros, if you ask me. So we'll get that straightened up. And there's one of them side notched Etleys. That's funny, but it is a damn good one, and that is an Etley. It's a nice Etley. That's probably my best piece, Scott's Bluff. But nah, probably the lighting ain't too good in here. But anyway, I think I'll keep my dick with no ears, and I think it was one of them dicks with ears, so we'll keep them and be happy on our way. But this is Mo Marks Artifacts, and that's kind of my rendition on the pros there. You know, I don't really care if they ever get a free place to dig, because the Graham Cave site was given to them. They dug it up, they got paid to dig it up, they put 3 damn points in the museum, can't find the rest of it, and it's sitting over there in some professors from MU's houses, and I know this for a fact. And I don't think the pros are much better than anybody else. I mean, they're kind of like the government. They're crooked from the top down. And, you know, Richard shows his shit on YouTube, and everybody knows what happens to it. So, I think he's doing a fine job myself. So, this is just a little rant, I guess you could say. But Alright, I'm gonna get off here, and got some rain last night. I'll be back out there tearing up all them campsites and trying to find me another one. So until then, later.